back to the Real Estate Huddle. We're on episode 125 today, and we are going to talk about where money is going, right? Whether it's in or out of Colorado and where people are moving to. And so we'll talk a little bit about national data and tell you how that applies to Colorado. And, you know, population will tell you where people are going, right? But the income data really tells you where the wealth is going, and that paints a big picture with a lot of ripple effects. And so we're going to talk about that today, and you know, where people are moving in 2026, and just breaking down where the money is walking. And so, believe it or not, there's actually sites like the IRS tracks where the average growth or adjusted gross income is going throughout the country and where it's moving from state to state. They always want to know where the money is. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that from some data that we pulled from a few sites that are really good at tracking that information. And so we'll talk, I guess, first step is just to talk about where people are moving from. You know, what are the biggest outbound states right now that people are leaving and fleeing from?
Mm-hmm. California is always at the top of the list for lots of reasons. There's political issues. There's tremendous tax issues coming up, the super, super wealthy.
I think the same goes for New York as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was going to say you've got natural disasters.
Yeah, I was
That's true.
gonna say that too.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. Illinois is another one. New Jersey, kind of like the major outbound population states.
Major coastal cities, and like a few of those are cold too, right? 3 out of 4.
Well, and you have a lot of these,
cold climates.
Yeah, major cities, cold climates, and then I think we said, political tax issues, things like that. Like Illinois, big one, Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, I know a ton of people who've moved here actually from Chicago.
Yeah, I know a few. And it was less
Yep.
specifically political, but there was a major change in your access to the best schools based upon where you were, and that threw a lot of
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, a lot of it was just their company moved from Chicago to, somewhere down in this region. It wasn't necessarily Denver, but this was a good hub for them. So things like that. So
a lot of those areas, they're cold environments, right, temperature-wise, and you've got a lot of baby boomers who want to be in a warm location for retirement, right? And so I think that's a huge driver, is a lot of those baby boomers fleeing to other places, which we'll mention later. But that's why they're leaving some of these places.
And if you've been in Colorado this past winter is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, we've had 70 degrees.
What a great place to retire.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it feels like Phoenix all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I mean, we're not just talking a little bit of money. Like these places are losing tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah. That's the most interesting thing, because, we don't always know depth of these topics. We dig in for these episodes. But I love this, Tom and Sally, they moved.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Tom and Sally didn't take that much earning potential with them. And Joe and Sarah, whoever, came in with a lot. Understanding at the dollar level, I think this is really interesting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because it shows that California's losing people, but more importantly, they're losing billions and billions of income.
I think that's the one that hits California the most, is it's more of the money than it is the people. It's still a lot of people, but they're taking a lot of money with them as well.
Business owners.
Yep, business owners.
Big corporations.
And you look at some of the businesses that California has lost, they're like top 5, top 10 type businesses that have left California.
Yeah.
Then you have New York. They've just experienced a massive outbound of wealth transfer. So kind of the same thing, right? A little bit like that. But then you look at like Illinois. Illinois is a good one because they've seen both population and high income earners moving out of there. So they're losing both. So that's a big decline for them on population and just wealth in general. So
people don't like overregulation from state, right? Nope. And so a lot of this is due to that. It's high cost of living. Affordability is a huge issue. Insurance costs, and especially like you mentioned, natural disaster areas are experiencing a lot of that. We've seen a lot of that in Colorado right now. And then just recalibrating their quality of life, getting to a place where there's more affordability, maybe more relaxed environment, warmer environment, without as many seasonal changes, that sort of thing.
And I bet you can't guess those states.
I bet they
I'll give you for the number one, I'll give you 2 choices. You can guess which ones they are. So but the money's moving to what have we got? Top 5 here.
Well, hang on. There's some interesting things about why it's leaving that isn't just corporate driven. Regulatory climate, you talked on insurance costs. Like, that's not as black and white, right? Because you move to Florida,
You got
you
hurricane.
can't actually insure your home in some cases, or it's prohibitively expensive. So it's not uniform, I don't think, for all these states you're leaving to the ones you're going to. That's maybe my take.
True. Yeah, because if you're leaving Florida and coming to Colorado, you're still going to have interesting insurance rates because of hail and wind out here.
Right.
Like it's just kind of a trade off. But
Yeah.
so where is the money going?
Well, Texas, number one, our biggest state, is sucking in a lot of people right now because they've got room. They've got space for it. They've got no income tax, which is big. Really strong business environment. A lot of corporations going down there because of the no income tax and low corporate taxes. So that's driven a lot of big corporations and all of their employees down to Texas all at once, and just lower cost of living too. You've got a lot, some affordability that you can't find in the West Coast, East Coast right now, and large, just these aren't just middle class type people. That's happening too, but you've got some large adjusted gross income type people that are moving out there. So there's definitely a lot that are relocating from California to Texas directly right now.
Yeah.
So Florida, I don't know, this is where I'm probably the most familiar. I've got family, friends. Before there was a mass migration, it was always the no state income tax state. So you move there, and what's 365 to about 183 days a year, you need to live there to become a resident, even though they're spending almost half the year somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, when there's no income taxes, the property taxes are very high.
Very high.
That's one point we need to make. Like Texas property taxes are crazy. Like 15,000 is not like abnormal at all.
Right.
Well,
for the year.
Maybe we didn't talk about that enough in California and New York. Like property taxes are crazy high.
Yeah. So you got even more renters, that are moving down there too, because they're like, okay, I'll take no income tax and I don't have to pay property tax. I don't own a home.
Right.
So that's where they get you a little more down there. But yeah, no income tax is huge for a lot of people, and all those retirees that are bringing investment income that they don't want to be taxable from a state standpoint. That's a great way to do it. There are a lot of baby boomers that are moving that way. Especially when Florida's like the vacation destination of the Northeast, right?
Well, that's
All your Boston, New Yorkers, Philadelphia, like they're all going down there for vacationing. And once you go down to a vacation spot enough times, I could live here. I could retire here. This would be cool.
my parents have been saying that for the past 5 years with Florida.
Really?
They keep going down to Destin and Panama City and stuff
So-
like that. And I think we want to get a house down there. I'm like, good luck.
Our folks, I think it's 40 years they've been down there, back and forth. But they generally in a community in Florida and then a community in Vermont, and it's the same people.
Yeah.
Just go back and forth.
It's funny. I did that with Hilton Head. We've been there twice during May, most beautiful time of year. And I'm like, I could totally live here. This
Don't
is
go back
awesome. And then everybody says that. Don't go
August.
back in July, August. It's a different environment. But
Same with-
that place is perfect in May.
So the next one on the list is Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arizona can be pretty wonderful, and I have family there, and we're there only in the time of years that it's not so bad. But
Well, when you have
spending your
places,
summers there is tough.
that's a big retirement one too. I mean, they have whole cities that are just like little golf cart retiree communities,
Webb,
like
yeah.
Surprise and places in Scottsdale and Peoria and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty similar to Florida as far as like the retiree community and just affordable housing, but or affordable living, not housing. I shouldn't say that, but and it's a great alternative to California because it's not far from California. I know I served my mission for our church in Arizona, and we had so many people that would they'd just go to California for the weekend. So it's just like right there, you're close to Southern California and all the good stuff there, and it's really not that far of a drive. So
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, people have family ties, right? So they don't want to move halfway across, the world from their family.
Yep.
A lot of times it's just the next state that is more affordable. For us, that's Idaho. Sometimes it's Utah. Sometimes it's Wyoming, you know? Not a lot of people want to be in Wyoming. Sorry, Wyoming
there's a
people.
few good
If you're
spots in
listening,
Wyoming.
I'm sure
A
it's lovely.
few.
I've just driven through.
But the drive Driving up to Idaho from
boring.
it's super windy. I get pulled over in the same spot every time.
Oh, no.
Little America.
No, Wham-Sutter. Freaking Wham-Sutter, man. They
Did you go
just
for the 50% ice cream ads?
So you're
no,
not learning.
no. They've got speed traps. It goes. You're like going like 75 miles an hour, and then it's like 30.
Yeah.
And I like get to 32. Next thing you know, they're like, hey, you're going 2 miles over the speed limit. I'm like,
They just
stupid
sit there and
Wham-Sutter.
watch for you.
yeah. They're like, yeah, here comes Spence.
Wyoming's good for fireworks
Yeah, great for fireworks.
Yeah.
and speed traps.
Cheyenne Mountain or Cheyenne Frontier Days. That's
Yep.
what it was. Good concert.
So
Yep.
Anyway, that's not one of the states. The other ones are so Tennessee and
not.
North Carolina. So that east side.
Yeah.
I think we were chatting. I hear Tennessee come up in conversation a lot more.
Yeah.
I'd move to Tennessee, like Franklin, Tennessee. Super nice.
I've told you guys this before. When you're driving east, when I was driving Libby to Clemson, you can go a couple different routes, and twice we go through the mountains down.
Is it the Smokies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's really pretty gorgeous.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
Yeah.
always, July, August, and it's really plush.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very pretty part.
Close to a lot of great destinations over there too to visit and everything. And yeah, no, that's one. I've never been to Tennessee, but I would love to check that out. 0 state income tax on wages. And then you got Nashville that's just exploding right now. One of
Yeah.
the biggest, strongest growth markets. So
Yeah.
that's definitely one that's on a lot of people's maps to move to. North Carolina, number 5.
I did not see this one coming.
Yeah, I would have thought South Carolina maybe over this, but North Carolina is still booming. And I think it's because you got like the Asheville range with all those mountains that's still a little more
Well,
affordable.
part of it,
than-
remember Research Triangle Park, RTD. You have a lot of technology. You have had that for
Yeah.
25 years.
Big tech.
Yep.
Yeah, out there.
Climate's pretty good. I mean, they get, the random
yeah,
pole experiences, but
yeah. I think North Carolina is so cool. We visited.
I've never been to North Carolina, so I wouldn't know.
Same.
yeah, I mean,
Sounds great.
again,
parts
it's
are great.
if I'm retiring, I want to go somewhere warm, somewhere where I can be active outdoors.
Yeah.
Enjoy, have a
You
nice
really
high
think you're gonna
quality
leave-
life.
You think you're going to leave Colorado?
No, I'm just saying.
He'll probably
If I
just
was at
retire
that
in
age,
I'll never
Parker. We're
leave
just
We're not
like,
talking about me.
Oh, I thought you were talking specific like when I
I'm
retire. I
speaking
would-
for every baby boomer out there who is aging, that doesn't want stairs, that wants a ranch.
One of my best buddies from college, shout out to McKinley, lives in Chicago or outside Chicago. Cold, raised his kids, youngest kids almost out of school. His wife is from North Carolina, so they go there in the spring, summer to the beach. And they just said, screw it. And they bought a home, not in Hilton Head, like one town over, Bluffton.
Bluffton, yeah. Right across the bridge.
Absolutely the bomb.
Yeah.
Gorgeous homes,
Yep.
golf courses, water, food. The little town of Bluffton is the cutest place. So sorry, that's not even any one of our states. That was a commercial for South Carolina.
Half the price of.
and we're back from the break.
And we're sponsored by Bubbly Sparkling Water flavor with
You
other
can't say
natural
that.
flavors.
You can't
Oh.
say that.
Oh yeah, we're not sponsored.
Edit that out, Jessica.
Yet. But we will be. So let's bring it a little closer to home, right? We're going to talk about Colorado now and how this all relates to Colorado, because it's interesting, you guys. It's complex. We're actually experiencing both right now. We're getting high income earners from the coastal states that we mentioned earlier, right? California, New Jersey, New York, Illinois as well, even though it's not coastal. But like we're getting those big city earners that are coming in and creating a lot of wealth and bringing that wealth here at a high level. But we have slow outbound migration that's happening as well during that same time to Texas, Arizona, and Idaho, which are like more neighboring states to us, where people can stay close, a couple hour flight from their family, still stay connected with their family members, but live in a place that's way more affordable, especially if they haven't prepared a ton for retirement and Colorado pricing for retirement. It's a great alternative to reset, right, and recalibrate your quality of life and move to a place where you can afford it. You can still enjoy your life without as much stress and stay connected with your family. So we're seeing both happen there, and at all ages, I would say. You get the boomers that are moving to these, more, warm environments. but you also get people that are in their 30s and, high earning years, but they're tired of stressing out about bills and the affordability here. So they're moving to these other places, and we're seeing them move in droves right now. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people and helped a lot of people that have sold their home here, moved to the Carolinas, Florida, Texas, Idaho, Arizona. Those seem to be like the biggest, and I think Nashville, I think you're right.
Yeah,
Like, Tennessee is a big one that's
I
growing.
hear that
Yep.
mostly because it's not on the short list, but it's coming up more and more.
Yeah, we just had one move to Alabama. It's a great community there with just amazing schools, like this really cool pocket there in Alabama that they love. So there's affordability in areas in the country that are stealing people
Well,
from us.
we talked about a friend of ours building a lot in Little Rock, and they think that's very favorable.
It's the new spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very favorable, very affordable, lots of beautiful property.
Yep.
So maybe it's going to be on this list next year.
Arkansas.
Yeah. Ozarks, Table Rock. I mean, there's a lot of cool spots around there that are extremely affordable, actually.
Yeah.
So, and then we got like internal migration that's happening as well. People that are in the core of Denver, in the city, tired of living in the city for one reason or another, and fleeing out to the suburbs and getting out to other places that are a little further away from everything. But now that everything's expanded so much commercially, you don't run out of things like restaurants and things to do and places to go in most of the suburbs unless you're very, very remote. So that's,
And I think like some areas in the suburbs are like more walkable, because I think that's like a big part of why people want to live downtown.
Yep.
Is that walkability. But now they're kind of making pockets where it is a little bit more walkable in the suburb area.
very true. Yeah. You got South Glen and Centennial. You got Belmar.
Or like
and
even Town
Lakewood.
Center.
You got Town Center in
like-
Central Park and
Yeah.
Highlands Ranch or Park Meadows area and Lone Tree.
We
Yeah.
were joking about another podcast about Aurora, the Aurora Highlands.
Yeah.
Very friendly shopping.
Southlands.
walkability. So
Yeah. Southlands Mall. You got a
Parker.
lot of that. Parker as well.
Main Street.
Is there anything
Yeah.
in Parker that's worth seeing?
Don't start
They
this.
aspire to do something. Actually.
You're stirring up a fight. There's plenty in Parker, thank you.
What are the walkable spots in Parker?
Main Street, 2
Costco
blocks.
is a
Inside the Costco.
Yeah, Costco's great. And then Main Street.
The 2 blocks of Main Street.
Main Street's really cool.
It's underrated. 2 blocks.
No, there really isn't
I do
like
love Main Street.
like we don't have a ton of like malls or like that kind of stuff in
Yeah.
Parker, which makes us so great.
And Castle Rock's got like the outlets and that whole section around the meadows. They've got the old downtown Wilcox Street is really cool.
I love that.
Yeah,
And people live like you can live right in downtown Castle Rock. Like
Yeah,
have everything.
I like
close
downtown.
by.
Go-
Castle Rock. It's a cool spot.
yeah, down the stairs,
Yeah,
boom.
Pretty
You're on-
walkable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golden too, with you've got
On the west side.
yeah, like Washington
Golden's
Street and all
cool.
that. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
really cool.
Golden's
Yeah.
really
I
cool.
don't know. I'm the oldest one here. Like, keep an eye on us.
Yeah.
We talk about this more than we think. Just living downtown and anyway. Don't talk.
Okay.
You're talking about moving downtown, living downtown?
No, in one of these pseudo downtowns like
Oh, yeah.
Golden or
Oh,
Littleton,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
That's cool.
much more walkable.
It's nice. I mean, without having to be like in the city. Right?
Yeah.
But you have this cute little, quaint little town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife describes it as like a Gilmore Girls type.
Oh yeah.
You know,
There's some, I would say downtown has experienced a lot of changes, and
Yeah.
Denver? Oh,
but
absolutely.
there's some cool pockets though. Like I
Yeah.
was just down there, I showed some Lodo flats the other day, and it was cool. Like I was like, I can totally see the draw, especially when you have views and you're elevated and you can see everything. But yeah, everything's
when you're
so
close to those big parks too, like Wash
Yeah.
Park and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's some very clean areas downtown because I have seen sections of downtown Denver that look very just dirty and it doesn't look like it used to,
Yeah.
and it's kind of disappointing to me when I go down there and see that. But
Yeah.
there are other parts of town that are very clean and well kept.
I haven't been down there in a while to see the new 16th Street Mall, which is clean and updated, and
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that
downtown
either.
is great.
I think with
Wow.
every city, I think with every like main city, you're gonna get the rundown parts, right?
Yeah.
I think they try to make it desirable to live there, but you're always gonna have pockets, right? There's always gonna be good pockets and bad pockets. You just
Yep.
got to find the good ones, and there are a ton of good ones in Denver, like really, really good ones on the north, south. They're all really good stuff, but
Yeah.
You just got to avoid the bad ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right. And I think Denver itself has kind of distributed wealth internally to the state, right, in different areas. But we have a lot of like interstate movement right now, just to get to a little more affordability or matching up location with family members. I think that's happening a lot.
I think we'll talk about it in the next section, but there are places in this country for which Denver is still more affordable. That's where we're getting the wealth from
Yeah.
Yeah.
the polls.
We're kind of a midtown that's getting the wealth from some and we're losing it to some.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So what does it mean when wealth moves around, and what does that mean for the real estate market? Well, when income earners move into our state, they often raise our average price, right, or median price quite a bit. They push the luxury market up and provide more luxury buyers. So that substantiates, those prices up there. And they also increase just renovation activity because a lot of them are investors that are scraping things, building things. They're movers and shakers that are coming to make movement happen here. And so you do see a lot more development when that happens. And they also boost the tax base. So more income for the state, which means more community projects, and stuff like that can happen as well. What happens when wealth leaves the state?
So it's logical that those luxury markets soften first.
And then inventory builds in those upper
At the
areas
top tier.
because there's not as many people that can afford those
Yeah,
homes.
gets more saturated. Yep.
Yeah.
Which means all your price corrections kind of start at the top range there.
Well, that's kind of what you were saying
Yeah.
earlier. Like if you can afford to sell in this hot market of first-time home buyers,
Yep.
the deals to be
having a
had
heart
two
attack?
levels up. Sorry, otherwise.
There's some serious. Yeah, did you say Siri? He must have said
Serious
seriously.
something. Maybe that's what
Seriously.
it was. Anyway, I'm sorry, that makes sense. So it's really 2 price points up. If you can sell, your opportunity to get better deals is not 1 price point up, it's 2.
Yeah.
Reflected by the softness in the luxury market.
Right.
Should someone leave?
Yep. Definitely. So, so I mean, the effect is interesting, right? To see what the ripple effects are. It really does reveal as you watch the money move across the country that migration is very tax sensitive. People are sensitive to tax rates right now. High earners, they don't have to be in one spot, right? Like I do in a hyper local business. They can be in a lot of different places because their business is a little more mobile sometimes. And policy influences real estate big time. Political policy, regulation, that absolutely has an influence on things. And lifestyle and tax strategy drives housing demand. And so people, based on their age and how they want to live their life, they're making decisions on where they want to live because of that. And so you got to look, our biggest, we have a kind of a huge baby boomer population, a little bit of a gap in the Gen X's, and then you've got a very large millennial population and followed by a very large Gen Z population, right? So it's very, you got the millennials are in their 30s right now, mostly, maybe lower 40s, that, are earning at a high point right now and just thinking, man, what could we do if I could keep my income but move to a state where the affordability's, double what it is here. And that's a big decision people are making right now. So I think with our phones too, with like how easy it is to FaceTime with your family members, you feel more connected now from a distance than you ever would have before. And I think that's making an impact on people's willingness to just move and scatter a little bit more, migrate. So
You're right. Sad to say, but I think you're right.
Yeah, I think some people prefer to be away. So, it's like, get me away from here.
What are you telling me? That's why my daughter laughed.
Yeah, you never know, man.
Yeah.
Never know. No, not at all. No, it's very interesting to look at this. But overall, I think Colorado's still a good market. We still have a great place to live. People want to be here. We've got great job growth for the most part. And our pricing, like we're not dipping, we're still appreciating. And I think we're now in a place of appreciation where it's going to be good, moderate appreciation, which is kind of what we want.
Yeah.
Way it keeps affordability at least steady.
Yeah.
So that's where I see it.
Yeah. Well, and migration, that wealth migration continues to go to areas that are low on taxes, right? State taxes. And I think that Colorado being kind of that middleman, right? We're still seeing a lot of wealth come here and people move here.
Yeah.
And especially like, let's face it, we have moved to, we're more left politically leaning right now in Colorado. We have voted that way since 2008. And so when you have states that are more on the left side of things that have a lot of money that enjoy that environment, but they're sick of their state taxes because they've gotten out of control. Now they're migrating to places like Colorado where they can have a similar political environment without a lot of the punishment
regulation.
of the regulation and the taxes and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
maybe that's
So
out of the scope of this podcast, but I'm curious, it'd be interesting to know how many other states are almost balanced and how much is coming in, people and money, and how much is going out, people. and
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah. And I think the opposite is also true. You're losing a lot of conservatives, right, that are moving to some of these more affordable states that are going to Texas, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, some of those places that have voted right over the last 4 or 5 elections.
Well, policy-wise, I think we see it firsthand. Like we're waiting on, how long have we been waiting on a permit for the property here?
the regulations
Arkansas,
have been
it's-
crazy. Yeah.
36 hours. I don't know.
Yep. Handshake. We'll get you there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here's a question for the group before we sign off. But if you had to live somewhere outside of Colorado, where would you go right now?
South Carolina.
South Carolina?
Oh yeah.
I hate to say that, but it's on our list for sure.
South Carolina?
I
know,
I'm
if I
intrigued
could've-
by Tennessee though. I really am.
Yeah, I have
Like,
some friends in Tennessee and they
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. And I have some friends in the Carolinas too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Depends on time of the
too.
year.
Interesting.
Like being in Vermont in the spring, in the fall, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's not so great when it's biting cold and
Yeah.
100%
Right.
humidity.
Right.
Super humid environments. What about you?
I don't know. I'm kind of like,
Bozeman?
I don't want to leave the mountains, right? Like, so like the Rocky Mountains that's home
Yeah.
for me. So I'd probably go, Idaho or Montana or probably we'll never go to Utah, but somewhere in there.
That makes sense.
Problem is,
Stay grounded
we're
there,
pretty
but-
good year round.
Yeah.
So I think
Colorado's climate is just so
yeah,
good.
we're pretty committed to always having a home base in Colorado.
Yeah.
But I think Colorado's better in the mountains in the summer. So
Oh,
now where
man.
do you go in the?
I just think the mountains in general are better, no
Yeah.
matter what. Even in the winter, it's so beautiful, and like in the summer, it's just can't beat it. It's so
Yeah.
Those
good.
are awesome.
It's so good.
What about you, Kristen?
Well, I guess the Carolinas or Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, it's hard to beat Colorado, you know?
Tennessee's
And
a
I
good
mean,
one.
also
Tennessee's
when
on
the
my list,
mountains
too.
are, an hour drive, then in the winter, you're kind of here, so it's not as snowy. Or this year, like, snow doesn't
What's
exist.
snow?
Like, you know?
Yeah.
And then,
Snow
but you can go to the
is
mountains and still
snow.
experience that, like,
Nope.
snowy mountain town feel.
Yeah,
More snow than here, but still, you can still experience that.
for sure.
Like
You know.
Christmas in the mountains, there's just something like
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
magical.
nice.
It is
it is.
magical.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Keep your mountain home, Chad.
But I don't know. Christmas in the Smokies, I hear, is pretty sweet.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'd have to explore that some more. I used to work in Washington. We don't talk about the Northwest much.
That's beautiful.
My
Washington
my
is
wife's from Washington.
stunning.
She's from Vancouver, Washington, and
Yeah.
she likes the sunshine here, but there's certain parts of Washington
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
I mean, when you can see the mountains and the ocean, that's
Yeah,
pretty.
it's pretty dreamy.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. All right.
Good
Well, Thanks
answers.
for listening today.
Yep.
And yeah, if you're looking to figure out, like, does Colorado really make sense right now for you, give us a call. We can give you more insight on some of these topics, and we're happy to help with your specific situation. And thanks again for listening. We'll see you on the next one.